In the annals of American crime history, few names evoke as much dread and fascination as Charles Manson. The summer of 1969 marked a turning point in the nation's collective psyche, as the brutal Tate-LaBianca murders shocked the world and forever changed the perception of the idyllic 1960s counterculture. Charles Manson, born in 1934, had a troubled childhood marked by neglect and criminal behavior. By the time he was in his 30s, he had cultivated a following of disaffected young people, mostly women, who were drawn to his charismatic personality and pseudo-philosophical teachings. This group, known as the Manson family, would become infamous for their role in one of the most horrific crime sprees in American history. On August 9, 1969, members of the Manson family, under Charles Manson's direction, entered the home of actress Sharon Tate and her husband, director Roman Polanski. Tate, who was 8 months pregnant, was brutally murdered along with 4 others present at the house. The following night, the group struck again, killing Leno and Rosemary LaBianca in their Los Angeles home. The sheer brutality of these murders sent shockwaves through society. The killers had written messages in blood at the crime scenes, including the words "Helter Skelter," a reference to a Beatles song that Manson believed foretold an apocalyptic race war. This bizarre motive, coupled with the seemingly random nature of the victims, instilled a deep fear in the public consciousness. The subsequent trial of Charles Manson and his followers became a media sensation. Manson's wild-eyed appearance and cryptic statements during the proceedings only added to his mystique. Despite not personally committing the murders, Manson was found guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder for his role in directing his followers. He was sentenced to death, later commuted to life imprisonment when California temporarily abolished the death penalty. The impact of the Tate-LaBianca murders extended far beyond the immediate tragedy. It marked the symbolic end of the 1960s era of peace and love, shattering the illusion of safety and innocence that many Americans had held. The crimes exposed the dark underbelly of the counterculture movement and raised unsettling questions about the nature of evil and the power of manipulation. In the decades that followed, Charles Manson became a perverse cultural icon, his image and story repeatedly invoked in popular media. Books, films, and documentaries have attempted to unravel the complex web of circumstances that led to the murders and to understand the psychology of Manson and his followers. This ongoing fascination has led to criticisms that the media has glorified Manson, inadvertently giving him the notoriety he always craved. The legacy of the Tate-LaBianca murders continues to resonate in American culture. It has influenced criminal justice practices, particularly in dealing with cult-like groups and understanding the dynamics of coercive control. The crimes also had a lasting impact on the victims' families and friends, who have worked tirelessly to ensure that the focus remains on remembering the lives lost, rather than sensationalizing the killers. Charles Manson died in prison in 2017, but the shadow cast by his crimes remains. The case serves as a stark reminder of the potential for human cruelty and the dangers of unchecked charisma and manipulation. It continues to fascinate and repel in equal measure, a dark chapter in American history that refuses to fade from our collective memory. As we reflect on these events, it's crucial to remember the victims and the lives that were cut short. The Tate-LaBianca murders are not just a sensational story, but a human tragedy with far-reaching consequences. They serve as a somber reminder of the importance of critical thinking, empathy, and the need to stand against violence and exploitation in all its forms. In conclusion, the haunting legacy of Charles Manson and the Tate-LaBianca murders continues to captivate and disturb us. It stands as a pivotal moment in American cultural history, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a more cautious, less trusting society. As we grapple with its implications half a century later, we are reminded of the enduring impact that a single act of violence can have on a nation's psyche.